Let me do an internal record, and let's get started. Hey everyone. So today we're going through the VIM adventures. Gonna have lots of fun. It's been a while since I've practiced, which is not great. Let's take off the audio. Yep. So for a recap, for those who've not been watching, VIM adventures, great game for learning how to use VIM. I've practiced quite a bit, I would say. I would say maybe like about 10 hours of practice over several sessions. So on my YouTube, I have several sessions where I'm just practicing for about an hour to 2 hours. Not bad. But let's check this out. Today I'm going to try to go through as many levels as I can. Down here. And for those of you who are not familiar with what VIM is, it's essentially a type of editor where you're able to use keybind for the most part. So text editor is something you've used like Notepad, or you could think of it also as like Microsoft Word. That's has a bit more markup. By that I mean you're able to bold things, you're able to style things like underline, what else? Some other things. You're able to create tables, things of that nature. So there's more markup in that sense. There's more styling when it comes to that. But for how should I say? For let's see, do I have the key? I think I just grabbed it. For VIM, what makes it nice is that since you have all these keybinds, you're able to more efficiently move. And by that I mean, you could see that instead of kind of going through all the characters, I was able to use some keybinds like W and E, so I could go to the next word, I can go backwards, I could press B, I could go to the beginning of the word. So it makes traveling much easier, or navigating text much easier, and that's the benefit. So it's great to learn, I will say, just because I think efficiency just in general is good to learn. There's obviously a trade-off of time to get that efficiency versus just trying to do it on your own, or just trying to do it the manual way. So say for example, given the nature of my work, I've run into situations where, did I not get the key? Oh, let me go back. Given the nature of my work, as a programmer, I have run into situations where I have to do a manual task, and let's say a manual task is, and by manual task I don't mean like physically manual, although I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, yeah, of course I don't mind getting like my hands dirty and doing physical work. It's just more like I mean manual with respect to like manual steps, like you have to follow individual steps instead of automating it with the script. So I could write like a Python script or some kind of JavaScript JS file so that I could automate the action, and I've done that before. But sometimes the trade-off is a bit funny, because what you can run into a problem if you try to automate too much is, let's say the manual task, like manually doing it was only going to take you, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes, but then automating it would take you an hour, let's say. So in that case, and you're only going to do it once. Let's say you're only going to do it once, then the mental calculation, it's not worth it to write a script for it and try to automate this process, because it's very particular. It's not going to be reused often. There's really no reason to want to automate that task. Now in other cases, it makes sense to automate things, and a good example of that is run into situations where automating the task would take me, let's say, 2-3 hours, but let's say each time it's going to save me, let's see, what have I done? I've done a task that would take me 2 to 3 hours, but each time it would save me about an hour, and I had to do it multiple times. So in that case, it was easily saving me a total of like 15, 20 hours. And so in that case, it made sense to automate it. So there's always a cost benefit analysis of what you want to do, what you want to spend your time automating. The same way, if you automate, or if you invest time into learning this, I don't want to say language, but this tool, then it makes sense, you know? If you take time investing in it, you become more efficient, you save time in the long run. So I don't think it's bad to want to practice it. And that's kind of my take on it. I think it's makes sense. I think it makes sense to want to practice and learn efficiencies where you can, especially if it's going to save you a lot of time. So, for example, in this case, it saves me time to practice and get better. Just because the nature of my work is typing quite a bit, right? Because as a developer, you have to write code quite a bit. Now, coding isn't most of my job. A lot of it is also kind of requirements gathering, kind of like understanding what the implementation is going to be, being able to catch gaps if there's ever any, or gaps in my understanding, gaps in the design. So if there's ever anything where things don't make sense, you have to question that. You want to make sure that you're delivering a good product, and you don't want to just accept something that you don't understand. It's kind of like you never want to build something if it doesn't make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, then don't ask questions. Make sure you know what you're doing before. And it's equivalent to, let's say, like a builder trying to build a house, and there's kind of like schematics or plans that are available for the house. Yeah, like in that case, you want the builder to know what they're doing. You don't want them to just, let's say they receive plans, so there's a bit of an exaggeration, but let's say you receive plans and it turns out that the plans say, I don't know, like put the water right next to the electrical. I don't know if that's actually allowed. I'm actually not a mechanical engineer, so that I don't know. But let's just assume that for now that's not really allowed. That if you shouldn't be putting like water flowing right next to like some kind of electrical pipe or some kind of electrical wiring. In that case, you want to question the design. You want to say, hey, what's going on here? Maybe I'm missing some details. Maybe what I don't really understand what it is that's necessarily going on. And that's an important thing of engineering. And with that, it's also an important idea of efficiency. So not only do you want to know what you're doing, but so that's a lot of my work, but the times that I am coding, I would ideally like to be efficient at it.
You recording?
Yeah. Yeah. What happened, Mel?
Huh?
What happened?
No, there's a piece of hair in my back that I can't reach.
Oh, okay. You want me to, I could get it.
Huh?
I could get it.
There's one.
1 second. I heard someone screaming and I realized it was you. I thought I heard someone like singing or screaming or something.
Singing actually.
Oh, okay. All right. So, anyways, enough of a tangent. Whole idea is, ideally, you want to be efficient at what you do, to save yourself time, and also just because I think there's a lot of pride in trying to be good at what you do. I like, it's something that I learned from my dad. about kind of taking pride in the work that you do. I'm also a fan of the Primogen. He also there's a lot of people who a lot of great people out there who kind of mention you want to have pride in what you do. You want to be good at what you do. You don't want to obviously let it consume you or like take too much of your time. If you have you have loved ones, you have family, you have friends. But with the time you set aside, try to get good at what you do. Of course, there's always going to be people that do it for the paycheck, and that makes sense. There's different circumstances. You don't know everyone's life, but if you can, I think it's a good idea to do so. I think it's a good idea to do so because it makes you feel good in what you do. Like you do a good job, you think like, wow, I really delivered there. I feel good, and like I feel proud of what I did. At least for me, I feel that accomplishment, and I know several other people feel that way too. But like I said, you can't. Also, you got to find a balance because I've been in the situation too where I've wanted to kind of stay extra time, like quite a lot of extra time actually, to just finish up because I was just so really enthralled in like what I was doing. I felt like I just want to finish up. I want to see this work. Like more than anything, I just wanted to see it work. I would think I was like, oh, it's so close. It's so close. If I could just finish this. If I could just finish this right now. And then I'm a bit of an optimist in the sense of like I'm a bit of an optimist in the sense that I sometimes I see a task and I think it shouldn't take that long, and then it's taking long, and I'm like, man, it is taking long, and then I want to be able to meet the time, so I'll take a bit of extra time to finish it, which sometimes makes sense, but generally you don't have to do that. Just you work your designated hours, and then you do your best. But sometimes it can kind of get to you, like you want to be able to deliver, and I don't think that's necessarily bad unless you overdo it. For T. Oh no. There we go. H-E-T. Shalom, shalom, love. Let's see, switch. Let's see. So right now I'm actually streaming and recording, which is interesting. I just find it interesting when I have a viewer. Well, it says one viewer, so we'll see. But anyways, so main goal of this is become efficient. This is one way to become efficient. And it's because it takes a while to keyboard $sign, there we go. This does save you a lot of time in the long run. Don't think I have the keys yet for this one, or everything I need for this one. Alright, let's do this one up top. Yeah. This one is here. I'm gonna take it to oh no. Then here. Okay. Hmm. Okay, cool. 0, I like 0. Let's see. If I go here and I d0, oh, if I go here and I go to the end, then I'll go to the next line. Anyways, sorry, I always lose my train of thought, which is, if you want to learn VIM, this is a game called VIM Adventures. It teaches you the basics of VIM, called VIM Motions, or these keybinds for shortcuts. It is a game that costs money, so you want to, of course, support the developer. It costs, when I purchased it, I think like 3 months ago, it was only for 6 months you have it, and it's $35. I think it's worth it to learn VIM, just because generally, well, it depends what you do. If you use the computer quite a bit and you use it to write files, well, I would say it's very useful for programming. And you like work with files a lot. So programmers generally work with files like text files, JavaScript files, CPP files, .css, JavaScript files. So all different types of files you can use to be able to edit with the text editor. But with that said, if you do that, then it makes sense to be efficient at kind of moving around text. If you're writing like Word documents, it can be useful as well too. So if you write like essays and things, that's probably useful if you navigate through text quite a bit and you review. Yeah, in general text, I think financial analysts as well, like people in finance who go through documents as well, that's probably easy for navigation and kind of editing documents. So anything with text editing, this is pretty good. Let's see. This is here, here. Let's see. Okay. There we go. TD first. Okay. Caret. I know I'm not kind of explaining the game. This is only because I've done it quite a bit of times, like on the stream. It's not to say like I don't want to explain it. It's more that I'm just testing my memory to see if I remember how to do it. Let's see. So as you can see, going through and navigating and deleting text is this is pretty helpful. I just need to get to the bracket. I think I made a mistake because I have 2 keybinds left and I need 2 keys. Because I would go here and $, but I'm off. Let's see. Because DD is the whole line. Let's see. So if I do $, oh, was it capital D? I think it was capital D. Yeah, it's capital D. Okay. So that's what I was missing. There we go. There we go. DD. go X, E, E, down, or I. So that was DD. And then this one's going to be also LD. Cool. He's like, my love. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, but it's a pretty fun game, I would say. Pretty fun. Well worth it. Let's see. How do I check? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. And teaches you good skills, and what I like about it is that it can feel like, for me at least, it felt a little bit intimidating at first to learn VIM, only because, well, I wasn't used to it. You know, it's new. It's definitely new. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So this makes it a lot more approachable, I would say. A lot more manageable in the sense that it's, at least for me, I didn't think it was that easy to pick up. It takes time, you know, to get the muscle memory, and that's why this game is so good, because it didn't seem initially like it was too it didn't seem like it was initially too friendly, the game, or sorry, not the game. The game was nice and friendly. The keybinds, like the keybinds didn't seem too friendly at first, and then also the tutorials, I don't know why, like it just seemed not as helpful. So with that regard, I said, you know, why spend a lot of time kind of trying to learn it it's kind of a bit inefficiently. Instead, why wouldn't I just, you know, purchase something that kind of helps me learn it? It's kind of like let's say you were going to practice coding. You could learn to code by yourself. That totally works. But generally speaking, if you have some kind of structured form of learning, and this goes for anything, it doesn't have to be programming, but let's say you want to learn how to exercise, and you want to, you know, get fit and really good things. Generally speaking, you're going to want some kind of guidance, whether it's like YouTube, whether it's a trainer, whether it's, you know, I would say you would want something where you have help, and that's what I did. I wanted to get a bit of help learning, so I thought, why not buy the course? And it was good. It's pretty fun. I learned quite a bit while I was going through the muscle memory and kind of going through this. Uh, I did find out that like sometimes when things wouldn't work and I just couldn't find out how to get them to work. Sometimes like my reaction was it's like, oh, maybe this isn't working, or maybe there's like a typo. And no, it was a skill issue on my part. You know, it was it was the fact that some of this can be pretty tough, and it humbles you because it can be tough. You know, it takes time. But it feels that much better when you're like getting good at it. You're like, okay. Um, and so that's why I recommend it. It's efficient. It's fun. You can do it yourself, but and if you can do it yourself, that's great. You know, definitely that's really good. But my point is, if you feel like you would benefit from guidance and learning it, this game's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, it took me all the way here. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for here. I just need to go down. And there we are. I know I need to unlock here. Okay. I need to go for f of x. Then from there, I need to delete delete f. Oh no. F of x, get there. I want to delete t of here. There we go. 10% sign. Do you want any food, Milo? Do you want me to cook anything?
No, nothing.
That's more. I can't tell if I have a viewer or if that's just myself. I can't tell if I have a viewer or if that's just myself, because it says one viewer, but then I'm watching my own stream, so I don't know if it's just me. Don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna put the fan on a bit. Okay. Let's see. All right. $, modulus, down, delete, to the modulus. Okay. And then DG, but I don't think I have DG yet. No, in order to get DG, I have to go back. Oh, that's why, because I could have used either one. I always wondered, I was like, what? Why did they mention that before? Interesting. F no, I need to go back. D. Okay. I'm gonna go back. FG. I'll just go back 0. Alright, G. I always forget if it's GG or capital G to go beginning and end. I think GG is going to, oh no, mix that up. There we go. Here, I'll do f of x. No, I'll do f of x. There we go. So that keeps it in cache, or like a cache, or like some kind of memory buffer where I know if I do the semicolon, it takes me here. If I do the comma, it takes me here. Semicolon, here, here. Then the comma will take me here. Cool. That one was tough. So I was like, how do I do this? Like, but it was just the keybinds using that. I remember I had to look that up because I was like, it doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna go GG, and from there, I'm gonna go TM. Part of this, the reason why I'm able to go through it quickly is because I've got into level like 10, like 4 times already. So it's not that impressive, I would say, as I'm going through it. So if you think like, oh man, he's going through it real quick, it's because, well, I've gone through it quite a bit already. Let's see. I have to say too, like, I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, I haven't played it in a while. But I think what's helped too is just because I stepped away for a bit, made it easier to just play it. Yeah, it made it a lot easier to play it. Asterisk is for search. Let's see. Okay. And this is what's great about this game, is that not only do you practice, but it kind of forces you to be efficient as well. So that's nice. It forces you to be efficient because some of the challenges you really just have to be efficient. Like otherwise you're not able to pass them. Here we are. Alright, level 8. I feel like I got here pretty quick, so I'm feeling pretty good. But once again, it's also because I already memorized these. So it's not as great, I would say. Let's see. This one here takes me to okay. Nope. There we go. Okay. I need to go backwards to be able to get the suit. There we go. Okay, searching backwards. This one's gonna be. Oh no, I need to go to Sue again. Because if I go there, nope. There we go. Got Sue. I'll just go forwards. Forward. Another line. Oh no. Am I on the wrong one? I need to go to who's again. Oh, either way, I need to go back up there. Okay. Now that I have the key, I'll go back. This one will be here, here. Okay. N, forgot N. It just repeats. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Oh no. I keep confusing GG and capital G. This one I think was pretty challenging because I forget how long you get. I think it was 30 seconds or 60 seconds. There we go. So, to practice it, let's see. I forget. I think it took me from this comma, this comma, this comma. So it takes me down here. Then I can go to the M. But I forgot what I did with the M. Meanie. I remember I eventually wanted to get here. To go back here. To go up, to go to the period. So if I need to go here, 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 comma. So I need to get from the comma to here to hollers. Let's see. Okay. Then from the comma, I go to the end. I'm going to go to, let's see, here? No. I want to go back, back. Nope. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to go backwards. I need to use N. Let's go back. As I forgot. Let's see. I feel sore today because I've been exercising and did 2 back-to-back workouts. So mini backwards takes me here. Oh, okay. So I know. So I'm gonna go to the end. I'm gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go backwards. Oh, okay. I see it now. I'm gonna go here, forwards. I'm gonna go backwards on it. Then that takes me here. I go to 0, go down here. I go to period. I go there. I'm done. Okay. That that felt like a rush. I remember the first time I got it, I was like, I don't even remember if I got it that well. But it makes sense now. So it kept it in buffer, the comma. I was able to go backwards. Then I repeated the same action instead of using N, because then it would have searched the new word. So in the new context, takes me back, and then I go from here. It's trivial because then I just go to the beginning, up to the end, and then search here. So it's just this part that's a little tricky. As I go here on the comma, I go back again. Yeah. So okay. Okay. Key found. Okay. I'm not a fan of these like spots where you can fall off. It's not great. I mean, it teaches you to be more precise, which is good. Here's where it starts getting tricky from level 9 and up. So all of this has been pretty fast. I think what I've been streaming for now. I don't know if it says it. Yeah, 44 minutes. 44 minutes, not bad to get to level 9. How do I save again? Right, let's say latest. Oh, okay. So I can just write. Okay, I can just overwrite YouTube, so there we go. So I'm going to go down 4, so I'm going to go 4J, then I'm going to go back, I'm going to go up 2, so 2K, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3W. And then the last one is the ends. So it's like, I can do like, to like 6. Oh, dang, I forgot the key bind. No, I think it was $6. There we go. And then this one, I'll go TU. That was it. Okay. And then I forget how to get back here easily. So I just put 25B, 27B, 28B. Which I feel like isn't. No. No, I'll just do 10B, 9B, 8B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the right, and then 4 up. It's not great. So in this case, I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go back to TU. Let's do this. 8 key presses. Oh. Ugh. Let's see. F of I. So I need to be at that I. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So maybe 3. Then I'm going to go backwards to the U. So then this is where it gets a little tricky. No, well, because it's sum, so it's 1, 2. So 2. Actually, that wasn't bad. Let's search. Okay. This one. 5. F period. Down. 4. F period. I remember this one. This one was kind of tough when I was redoing it. This one was, I think it was 5. Nope. Oh no, I need to delete them. So. Trying to think if there's like an efficient way to do this, because I could just go to the end. I could replace the I, then I could delete. Yeah, that one seems pretty nice. So R, I, delete. Oh no, actually there's a more efficient way. What am I doing? So it's just 3 delete to the right. That one works. And then here I want to use, did I mess up? Okay, 3 delete to the right. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here I want to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four, 5, 5, DD. Okay. Then from here, am I gonna have enough to do it? F of G. Oh, okay, no, it's C, I guess. Okay. Delete to the right. 5 of these. I'm gonna go down 5. 5 to D. I'm gonna find cap C. I'm gonna do 2. I don't think that'll work. 2. Replace G. Yeah, no, somewhere I made a mistake. Trying to remember which. Maybe it's not 3 delete to the right. How can I save a keybind on that 3D right? Because either way, it's going to be 3 characters, right? If I do 3D right, or if I do, and by right I mean, oh, if I do delete, if I do DD, it just takes me to the end, but that's not right. Let's see. It's not going to be that. Let's see. Could I cache something? Yeah, I could cache something because I could just do this. I could just do, let's say like, F I. Wait, why doesn't it take me there? Or sorry, Fi. What am I doing? There we go. So then I could just do delete like that. Okay, 5J, 5DD. From there I can do the find C. I can do 2, replace for G. Okay. Makes sense now. So 20 backspace. I didn't know it was 20 backspace, I just picked a random one. Let's see. Nope. It's going to be 4F period, 5F period. Now that's that. Or actually, I could do 2GG, no? I could do 2GG. There we go. I was like, why am I doing that? If I would need to go to the beginning of the line, I could just do GG. I forgot about that. Oh, could it help me here then? No. For this one, I'll just go back to the T. Technically, I could just go back 2 A's. I don't know why I used to have trouble with this. I just go back to FA, 2-factor auth. Yeah, I had trouble with it. I'm telling you, like once you practice this for a bit and then you think, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. I'm gonna delete. I could just delete 3 to the right, but how would I do it with the 2s? Let's say I want to delete twice. Okay. Here, we'll go back. I want to delete 1, 2. Delete DS X. To delete. To delete TX. Wait, to delete. Oh no, that goes backwards. To delete T. It goes up to there, so it's 3, delete T. So it's, why is it 3? Because it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Delete before the 0. Oh, okay, it's the 1. Okay. Oh, I need another key. Up here. There we go. Okay, and then that'll take me. I forgot how to get there too. Oh, it takes me before. Let's see. No, it takes me to this string. Okay. I know, I'm thinking of and then two. There we go. Level 10 it is. I think that's it. So, pretty good for today. I think I might get back to it because I keep stopping at level 10. It's an hour, 2 minutes. Okay, so not bad. Not bad for now. This is where I learned yank, so that's pretty cool. P. Let's see. XP. Wait. X deletes the I. Then P puts it back in. DW removes it. What does H do? Oh, H just puts in the H. 2P is. Okay. Right, it's P. Paste the last yank to the after the current position, before the current position. Okay. This is where I'm going to write. There we go. And I think we'll call it for there because I'll probably come back today. I did my morning run and I feel pretty tired. Also, I'm gonna start streaming my runs. I want to run a bit more consistently, and I thought, it'd be pretty good to have my runs on here. So I bought a chest strap so that it won't be shaking. And then also I'll be practicing my Polish because I'm learning Polish, and then I'll also be studying on here just to get kind of my continued studying here. Study offline, but this way I'll be able to study online. And one thing I wanted to try, because I got like I think it was a year access to boot.dev. I want to go through all the courses in boot.dev, see how that is. Probably won't record that. I'll record myself kind of going through it, but I won't record any of the screen just because that's copyrighted material, so I don't want to get into any problems there. But yeah, I want to go through all the boot.dev courses and just kind of give my background or my experience on what that's like, if it's a good product, if it's not a good product, where places for improvements, or I think are improvements. Yeah, I just want to take that path. In that case, you'll probably just see my face while I'm kind of going through it. So it won't be as exciting. But I'll switch off between. That's actually why that's a little bit of my impetus for wanting to finish up VIM Adventures. It's because I want to get good at text editing so that I can, when I'm doing my boot.dev, I can kind of use VIM and be able to kind of quickly move through and edit the text. So that's my goal, because I want to get rid of the standard navigation and I want to just use Vim or NeoVim. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you soon.